Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for, I guess I can call it Interleague Boys Soccer. St. Mary's from the Catholic Central League, Salem Academy from the Charter School Division or League. This is the second meeting between these two teams. Salem Academy won the first one. It's senior night here. They honored the seniors, both boys and girls, after the girls' game. And congratulations to all of them. St. Mary's had 5 seniors, 4 of them are here. And it's a case of those seniors were spoiled badly their first 3 years here at St. Mary's. They had tremendously winning teams. They went deep in the tournament, if not winning state championships or going to state finals. They won Catholic Central League championships. And then all of a sudden they turned around and they graduated a ton of seniors. And the 5 that were left wound up playing with 7th and 8th graders. And the only thing this season really has accomplished for the entire St. Mary's team is getting experience for those young kids for the upcoming years that they'll be at St. Mary's. It's been a very nice day all day, and right at the end of the girls' game, it started to rain, and people popped up their umbrellas. I know that we'll have probably the worst Halloween night that we've ever had in history, according to the weathermen, because it's supposed to be major problems. Heavy rain all day, heavy winds. So we hope everyone will be safe and secure on Halloween night with those trick-or-treaters. If you're out driving on the road, be very careful with the terrible weather. Watch out for all those kids trick-or-treating. Happy Halloween to everyone. The kick is away, and coming out of the net, making the catch is Jacob Carino. He's one of those young kids I talked about. He's an 8th grader in net for St. Mary's. Niccolo takes it away. And we're doing this live and in color. They got a yellow soccer ball. Salem breaks it up and knocks it deep down the near side. Good speed. And they saved it, knocked it out in front, but there was nothing but blue shorts there. Headed away. Tipped around, trying to get a shot off. They finally do. They knock it off the goalpost, the football goalpost, and it bounces out on top of the net, out of play. St. Mary's will kick it away. Ethan Betancourt is in net. He's only a freshman, as opposed to the 8th grader, Jacob Garino, in net for St. Mary's. St. Mary's, the boys, they're looking for a sweep here tonight. The girls won for the second time in their second meeting with Salem Academy. We mentioned Salem defeated St. Mary's here at Manning Field. So St. Mary's is looking for a split with Salem Academy, but they're looking for a sweep today, trying to match what the girls did with their big win. And St. Mary's is going to let it go out of play. LeBron will kick it away. Deflected out off Salem. Salem knocks it out again. And he knocked it deep. Santana with it. He's like the road runner. Niccolo picked off the pass. Knocking it deep. And Salem will knock it out of play. Tipped away. He was looking for it, couldn't get there. Salem knocks it out again. Throw in moves a little deeper. And St. Mary's takes it away. And once again, Salem knocks it out. They'll go a little deeper with the throw in. Free kick coming from the far side. And they got a little too much foot into it. Hooked it wide left and went behind the net and out of play. Hustling to keep it in. And they just do, and they knock it off St. Mary's. And they'll get him. Wesley Hanger, one of the captains, really hustled. Tried to bang it out in front. It got deflected off St. Mary's. Salem will get a corner kick. Hanger will take it. He's one of the captains. And he knocked it up on top of the net. Looking for the far post. Out of play. LeBron will kick it away. This Salem team has got 7 8th graders. They're matching St. Mary's. St. Mary's has 5 seniors. Salem has 7. But they've got all those 8th graders playing. It gets through, and St. Mary's got a foot on it, knocked it off the side of the net. That might have been Freya. It was either Fair or Toronto with that shot. They got a good hard shot, but couldn't get it on the net. They got it off the side of the net. St. Mary's picks off the pass, trying to knock it deep. Salem was there to clear it away. Nice little takeaway by Toronto. And Salem takes it back. They knock it deep. Santana hustling, and he gets away with a little bang. Little shoulder hit. Maroney had an edge on him, and he was trying to get around Maroney. When he couldn't, he just gave him a little whack with his shoulder and knocked him down. In this non-contact sport. Skips past. Salem gets it back. Nice little shift. Trying to knock it to the net. Headed away by Maroney. Off a few heads, St. Mary's finally pushes it upfield. They knock it deep down the far side. Salem gets there and knocks it out. Now they call it off St. Mary's. Nobody's really come close to a shot yet on net. We played 12 minutes. Still 0-0. They knock it very deep, and too deep. Hanger couldn't get there. Oh, a substitution for St. Mary's. There's Santana again. Boy, is he aggressive. He went up over the top of St. Mary's to try and get a head on the ball. Climbed the back of Toronto. He got away with that one. Bounces inflected right to St. Mary's. And can't keep it in. Aiden Sullivan coming down the near side. Pass is too far out in front of him. Tipped away. Knocked deep. Headed away by St. Mary's. And Santana, he is so quick. He gets there, looking to get around, trying to center it. Knocked away. I think that was LeBron. Shot got blocked. St. Mary's clears it away. And we're going to get a whistle. Campos was waiting for it. And I believe it was Ches who ran into him. So the free kick coming up. And he booted to the net. Headed away. I think that's LeBron again. Salem picks off the pass. Blocked. They knock it deep. And it goes all the way to the net. Garino will grab it and kick it away. skips past everybody. St. Mary's winds up with it. Down the near side. Trying to get the shot off. Aiden Sullivan hooked that way wide right. Trying to throw it out in front. So far the rain is just a pain in the neck. It's like a fine spray floating across. A lot of people still have their umbrellas up. St. Mary's boys team brought a little bit of a tent over there to cover the players on the bench. Salem is toughing it out, sitting in the rain. 15 minutes in to this first half, no score, St. Mary's and Salem. Salem, one of the teams that does battle with Kip Academy in that charter school division. Salem likes to knock it deep and use their speed to go get it and try and beat people to the ball. Get a shot off. Especially with Santana, boy, he can fly. Hanger with it. His shot got deflected and got tipped. For a minute, it looked like it might be heading to that far post under the top crossbar, but it went a little further than that, went out of play. And I thought St. Mary's tipped it, but they're calling it off Salem. So LeBrun will kick it away. Headed out by Salem. St. Mary's big problem this year has been finding people to put the ball in the net, which is the most important product if you want to win games. Because for the last 3 years, they had outstanding goal scorers. And unfortunately, they all graduated at the same time last year. No one's going to go out of play. Salem will get to kick it away. Deflected all the way back to LeBron. Hanger gets there first, one-on-one. Lead pass, tried to hit Santana, breaking, threw it too far. And then I think it was Morejo that was coming in from behind. It didn't get to him. St. Mary's knocked it out. Hanger will take another corner kick coming from the near side. They get it up. They get it down. St. Mary's trying to... It bounced down in front. St. Mary's got a head on it. It was still down in front. And now it gets deflected back. St. Mary's finally cleared it. And then it popped back. Carino was able to grab it. That... Everybody in front of the net. Salem couldn't get a piece of it. Salem broke it up. They came out quickly like they were going to take it and throw it upfield. and the 2-bay trying to steal one. And the official said, no, it's St. Mary's ball. St. Mary's keeps it in, still battling, centering it, tipped away by the defense. Salem winds up with it. Harang tips it ahead, tipped back by Santana. Out in front, deflected away by St. Mary's, and then knocked out by Salem. Harang made a great rush down the near side, looking to throw it out in front. Got it out there, but then it deflected away. And then Salem, trying to get it back, knocked it out. LeBrun will kick it away. As we're halfway through and counting this first half, no score. St. Mary's and Salem Academy. Santana looking for it. Santana gets away with a push. That shot was not going in. It was going to be off the side of the net. St. Mary's is saying, what about the push? Santana just got out, pushed and knocked. I think it was Maroney again, knocked him down. Maroney saying to officials, what were you looking at? And then he drilled the shot. Garino couldn't take a chance. If he let it go, it was going to hit the side of the net and go out of play. But he had to make sure, and he got a piece of it, and it wound up with a corner kick. Salem trying to keep it in, and they do. Tipping it to the middle. Can't get a shot off. They get around, trying to throw it in front. They knock it off St. Mary's. Salem will get another corner kick. So they're keeping it in the St. Mary's end and keeping the pressure on the Spartans here. Again from the near side. Wesley Hanger will take the kick. And he knocks it way behind the net, out of play. And once again, LeBron will kick it away. Mike D'Agostino, the head guy for St. Mary's. Brian Lee for Salem. And we got a whistle. There was contact made, and they're calling it on Salem, so St. Mary's will get to kick it away. Out off Salem. Popped up. And Mary's picks off the deflection and keeps it in the Salem end. Now we got bodies going down. Out off Salem. St. Mary's gets the throw in. And Salem took it away. St. Mary's takes it back. Whole bunch of bodies in a very small space trying to get control of the ball. They finally tip it ahead. Can't get a shot off. Nicolo's pass is deflected. Out off Salem. St. Mary's keeps it in. They'll get the throw in. from down deep, and we'll get substitutions first for the Spartans. Salem pops it way up in the air to the far side, and St. Mary's once again will throw it in from there. Salem still can't clear it. They pop it up out in front. St. Mary's winds up getting a shot, but they pull it wide left. And it goes behind the net, as we're just shy of 15 minutes, 15:21 to be exact, with the score 0 St. Mary's, 0 Salem Academy. We're going to time out down the field. No score in this one yet. Nobody's really had goalies haven't had to make major saves. Or hardly any saves. Shots have been over the net, under the net, by the net. Corner kick coming in, deflected away, all the way to the far side. Salem collects. They knock it deep. Santana can't get there. And St. Mary's knocks it back to the Salem end. So they've taken turns keeping the ball in each other's end. Hanger with it. They try to knock it deep. It got blocked by Maroney. Actually, I think that was Freer that blocked it. Shot, knocked away. And they couldn't keep it in. It goes out. Another corner kick for Salem. And Hanger will take it again from the near side. He's been long with his kicks. Now they're going to give it to somebody else. It's not Hanger. They're going to put him out in front. Salem got a head on it, but they knocked it the other way and out of play. And LeBron will get to kick it away. Substitution for St. Mary's. Salem knocks it back in the St. Mary's end. Santana is there to collect, trying to center it, tipped away by St. Mary's. Salem will collect. They get it to the side of the net. Garino will come out. Garino makes the basket catch, and he'll kick it away. And it goes out off St. Mary's into the St. Mary's bench area. We got Santana. He's been knocking everybody down. And he ran right over a St. Mary's player. He went down. They're calling it on him. He doesn't run around anybody. He runs through everybody. He's making contact every chance he gets. And again, that's the player. If he's on your team, you love him. If you play against him, you want to kill him. St. Mary's winds up with it, trying to chip it to the net. A collision out in front. Bodies go down. The goaltender went down. St. Mary's player is down. They tipped it up. It went right out in front. It went off a body. They cleared it away. And everybody went down flat right in front of the net. A major collision. And let's hope everybody is okay. The trainers are out quickly to check on everybody. Thank God everybody got up. The goalie is up. That was a pop-up that went to the net. Everybody went for it. And a collision and a half. And the officials over talking to Brian Lee. I don't know if they're putting another goaltender in. They have to have a goaltender. And the goaltender is hustling out. And I do not know who he is. The only other goaltender they have on their list is David Pavetti. Deflected up, and his Santana again got away with a little bit of a two-hand push in the back, and he took, as he turned around, like, now I can go get the ball. Carino already had it and booting it away. So I thought the goaltender got up. I thought everybody was fine. He went to the bench, so I'm going to assume it's still Betancourt. They had it, they lost it. Hanger winds up with it. Gets it in the middle. Trying to walk in, walking right in, still walking in. He tried to throw it out in front to Santana. And the St. Mary's defense knocked it away and out of bounds, and Salem will get another corner kick as we got 10 minutes left in this first half. That's scoreless between St. Mary's and Salem Academy. They pop it in front. They got a head on it. Carino made the save. I thought he knocked it out of play, but they're calling it off Salem. I thought Carino made a great save and knocked it out of play. But LeBron's going to kick it away. Tipped around. St. Mary's winds up with it. They knock it deep. Salem gets there and lets it go out of play. Tipped all the way back. LeBron playing that deep center field is there to pick it off. Popped up. Salem finally gets a piece and knocks it out of play. And we'll have substitutions for the Spartans. St. Mary's with the throw-in. Knocked out again. Once again knocked out by Salem. Skips past and they block it. Get around one as you try to get around the second one to get a shot off. Defense for Salem blocked it and took it away. Santana pass picked off. They knock it deep. Hanger gets a head on it. Santana coming down the near side. Out off St. Mary's. So now we'll move it with the throw-in coming in for Salem. In the St. Mary's end. Hanger gets around, avoids a couple of defenders, gets the shot, got way too much foot on it. Would have been good for a field goal through the football uprights, but it went high over the net. Out of play, got a lot of foot into that one. 7 minutes and counting in a scoreless first half. We mentioned Salem Academy trying to make it 2 in a row over St. Mary's here at Manning Field. St. Mary's trying to get a split, and they're also trying to get a sweep for today's games. The girls defeated Salem Academy 5-0, 2 goals by Cornell. They get it across. St. Mary's trying to push it to the net. Pushed it too far off to the left side and out of play. Salem will get to kick it away. Headed away. Salem finally collects. Coming down the near side. Slipping ahead. Nice pass to Hanger. Walking in. Takes the shot. Carino made the save. And the deflection went all the way out to the far side and out of play. A rocket by Wesley Hanger. Carino went down right around ankle high. Got a piece of it and deflected it off to the far side, well out of play. That had a lot of mustard on that shot. Another corner kick. Carino goes high in the air between a whole bunch of players and picked it off. He's done a nice job coming in. Only an 8th grader. He's getting tremendous experience. Now we're going to St. Mary's player down. And getting up slowly. To the near side to Hanger. Picked off. Salem gets it back. St. Mary's knocks it away. Niccolo got broken up. And it gets deflected. It's going to go out off Salem. Final 5 minutes. So the clock will be kept down in the field by the official. Throwing goes long. St. Mary's trying to keep it in. And they wind up knocking it out. They got to it, but they couldn't keep it in. And a Tube will kick it away. St. Mary's heads it into the Salem bench. They try to tip it ahead, the Hanger, and the pass from Mayaki was too far behind him and out of play. Mayaki gets a head on it. Fran knocks it back. Salem hustling to keep it in. And now they knock it out. Time winding down in this first half. Nobody really has got a good shot on net. That one shot by Hanger was a blister that Garino made the save on. That was probably the best shot of the night. St. Mary's hasn't really tested Betancourt. Popped up, headed away by Hanger. Santana got a head on it. They knock it ahead. They knock it deep. And here's Santana hustling down. Way too much foot trying to center that one. Kicked it from one side, the other goes out of play. This is a very long 5 minutes. Miyake, Pinto. Hanger pops it to himself. Miyake. And Mary's knocks it away. And they knock it out of play. Popped straight up in the air and out of play. That rain starts to blow a little bit more. Blowing from left to right across the field. A little finer spray now. Hanger got all he could do is reach up, maybe a little higher than waist high. Reach up with his foot, try to get a piece of it, and he chipped it high and out of play. LeBron will kick it away. A very long 5 minutes. Still going strong. Pop straight up in the air. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to be the half. So it was a long 5 minutes. But we're right back where we started. We started dead even. We played a half, and we're still dead even. St. Mary's, nothing. Salem Academy, nothing at halftime. Good job, we're going. We're underway in the second half. Still looking for our first goal by either team. Santana looking to get around, trying to walk in. Has it taken away, takes it back. Gets bumped, it gets knocked out. And Salem will get a corner kick. The best chance of the day was Wesley Hanger, who came in and hit a rifle shot that the goalie, Garino, went down and got it down around his ankle, his foot, deflected at the net, and it went over his left shoulder all the way to the far side and out of play. That's how hard the ball was hit, with the save being made. So they keep it in, but they knock it too deep and it goes out. LeBron will kick it away. Salem keeping it in the St. Mary's end. They take the shot and they score. It deflected onto the foot of Hanger, and he drilled it just inside the far post into the far corner. He was Wesleyan in the right spot. The ball got deflected to him, to Garino's right, and he just ripped the shot before Garino could get ready and could get back over. And just went into, if you're looking on your screen, the near post. Went behind the goaltender, inside the near post, into the back of the net, and Salem grabs a 1-0 lead. They had kept pressure on the first couple of minutes of the second half, and it finally paid off as the deflection put him in a perfect spot to get a wide open shot. And we told you he can put some mustard on it. I mean, he drilled the shot that Garino made the save on before. Now they blew the whistle for something. I'm not sure what. Looks like they're going to give a penalty kick to Salem. I don't know who got the hand on the ball, or I didn't see what happened there, but they're giving a penalty shot. Michael Santana will take it. This is a senior against an 8th grader. And he knocks it in. I'm not sure what that call was. But it certainly picked the spirits of Salem Academy up. But they now lead it 2-0 as they've scored 2 in 3.5 minutes. So St. Mary's work is cut out for them now. Blocked. Pinto was very quickly throwing it in, but the throw-in goes to St. Mary's. Now, Hayaki took it away. So now Salem will get the throw-in. So for the first 5 minutes or so, Salem has St. Mary's back on their heels. Santana pushing it to the far side. Circles back. Now trying to go get it with that speed of his. He gets there, still with it. Now he gets knocked down for his efforts. Maybe a little too much 1-on-11. The kick is going to come from almost in the end zone, the far side. So not a corner kick, it's coming a lot closer. They line drive it, and it goes right by everybody. St. Mary's will get to kick it away. So I don't know whether it was contact in front of the net or somebody got a hand on the ball in front of the net, because obviously they don't make any announcements and the officials don't let anybody know what it. They just say penalty kick. So I don't know why the penalty kick was given. But Salem Academy took advantage of it and knocked it home. LeBron will get to kick it away again. So it's senior night for St. Mary's, and it's senior night so far for Salem Academy, because Hanger is senior and Santana is senior, two co-captains, two of the tri-captains, have scored the 2 goals. And the Tube knocks it out. This is the last regular season game. The players out there now will pack it in and get ready for any other sport they play, whether it's track or hockey or basketball. Because their season is over. They're not going to the tournament. Salem Academy will be going to their charter school tournament. Skips past everybody. LeBron knocks it away. Somebody made contact with somebody. They go very quickly with the kick. Garino comes out of the net, gets there before Santana can get there. Yeah, we got St. Mary's player got knocked down, but very quickly got up, thank God. I think that was Toronzo. High and deep and out of play the kick goes. Rain has become more of a pain in the neck. It was just like a little bit of a spray, and now it's a very heavy spray going from left to right. And St. Mary's will be kicking the ball into that little bit of a wind. Salem Academy will have a little bit of that wind at their back as the ball goes out of play. They call contact, so it'll be a free kick for St. Mary's. Headed away by Salem. Hanger knocks it very deep. St. Mary's defense, that's Freer, I think, knocking it away. Santana knocks it deep, and he knocks it too deep. Carino comes way out of the net, slides and picks it off. They knocked Niccolo down. St. Mary's will get the free kick. A little bit of a knuckleball. They knock it back toward the net. Gets knocked out by Salem. Knocked out again by Salem. And one more time. Niccolo tried to knock it down and set it up. It took a little bit of a bounce and Salem was able to clear it. And now it goes out off St. Mary's. And we'll have a substitution for Salem. "12 minutes into the second half, 2-0. Salem getting 2 goals in the first 3.5 minutes of this second half after it was scoreless through the first half. And Brun's there to knock it away. Trying to knock it deep, Salem knocks it out. St. Mary's would like to get on the board to try and make the last half of the second half interesting. They knock it deep the other way. It goes off Salem. They'll track it down and knock it out off LeClaire. Shot. Put it right in the middle of the net. Good shot by Eduardo Toranzo. And it just kind of floated a bit, almost like a knuckleball. Betancourt made the save. Santana looking for it. Out off St. Mary's. And here he's trying to knock it deep. Defense is there to knock it away. We got a whistle. The ball popped up and got somebody on the hand or the arm. I don't know, somebody must have said something. The official's talking to one of the Salem players. Long discussion. Now it's over. I guess it's do that again. You get a yellow card. They knock it deep. Deflected. They get a shot toward the net. They get a head on it. Big time save. Betancourt. St. Mary's out in front. I think it was Freya. Just he was getting a foot on it. Betancourt came out, scooped it up, and took it away. That would have been huge. It got deflected right out in front. Freya was there. Looked like he had a good shot. Betancourt just smothered it. Shot got blocked, deflected, winds up in the hands of Garino. And he boots it away. St. Mary's would have loved to have that goal. That long free kick was almost perfect. The scrum out in front, Freya, I'm sure Freya thought he had a goal. Betancourt took it away. Just like a little short hop. LeBron will kick it away. And he doesn't bother kicking it deep. He just kicks it to the far side and they kick it back up. Salem took it away. Pinto tried to tip it through a couple of defenders and go get it. And he tipped it too far. It went out of play. We're going to St. Mary's substitution. They're going to call Salem for leaning on the St. Mary's players who's trying to get control of the ball. He went up to get it, and Jackson was leaning. Had one hand on St. Mary's player back. I think it was Freya. They knock it deep. LeBron is back there. His would-be kick deep, got blocked. Tipped. Pinto just missed getting it. It got tipped by. Now Miyake keeps it in. Deflected. Salem keeping it in the zone. Trying to go deep. They lost it out of play. And they pick it off again. Headed away by St. Mary's. Kept in once again by Salem. Shot from long range again. Boy, hang it. Doesn't get cheated. He drilled that again. Just missed putting it inside the far post. As we just about reached the halfway point of the second half, Salem Academy 2-0, and they've outplayed St. Mary's here in this second half. The one chance for St. Mary's was Frere had a shot, and Betancourt made a very nice save. Other than that, Salem has virtually kept the ball in the St. Mary's end. And St. Mary's loses it out of play. Just that's an unforced error. He just lost it out of bounds. Trying to knock it deep. Defensive. Salem has been very good back there. They haven't really let St. Mary's breathe at all in their end. They've kept Betancourt virtually clean. And Salem takes it away. They tip it, and they're going to call it, I don't know if they're going to call it off or contact. It's either going to be a throw-in or a free kick. I think it's a free kick for St. Mary's. They call contact. No, it's a throw-in. Salem knocks it out again. Mayaki. Substitutions for the Spartans. We got a collision, and he undercut Santana. Took him down. Salem will get the free kick. Leclerc will take it, and he booms it deep. LeBrun knocks it to the near side. St. Mary saved it, but then they knock it out. And once again, Salem has it in the St. Mary's end. And St. Mary's knocks it out. And a heavy, heavy, wet spray. If you look over to the lights to the left, it looks like it's going left to right. If you look over at the lights on the right, it looks like it's just swirling around like a circle. And it's just enough to be a pain in the neck. And I guess it's going to be a real pain in the neck tomorrow. A lot of places have already canceled Halloween. St. Mary's just can't get it started. Defensively for Salem, they're all over. St. Mary's, they're not letting them get anything at all. They pick off the pass easily, and they take it right back to the St. Mary's end. Pinto with a rush. Broken up nicely That's Freer, I believe, with the defensive play. And right back in the St. Mary's end. 15 minutes and counting. Tipped away, tracking it down, trying to throw it in front. Knocked away by LeBrun. Nice rush by Santana, but LeBrun took the shot away. Bodies go down along the out-of-bounds line. And they're going to give it to Salem to throw in. Unless, along with the rain, lightning strikes, the way this is going, Salem Academy is going to make it a clean sweep, beating St. Mary's twice here at Manning Field. And St. Mary's is not going to get a split tonight. As we mentioned, the girls beat Salem, so they'd be looking for a split. And also looking for a sweep, rather, if they could have won tonight. As I mentioned, they were looking for a split in the two games. One of the Salem players got behind everybody for an offside. Salem back checking took it away. They knock it deep, and Leclerc is there to knock it out of play. Substitutions for the Spartans. Niccolo trying to get in the middle. It skips right over Gallego's foot. They knock it deep. St. Mary's picks it off. Salem just blocked the pass and knocked it away. And Salem watches St. Mary's knock it out of play. It almost looked like Pinto dribbled out with his hand. They knocked St. Mary's down. The collision took Freer down. St. Mary's will get the free kick. LeBrun will take it from just inside midfield. With 11 minutes and counting left, St. Mary's got to get a giddy up in their step. They need at least two to tie it. They knock it deep. It bounces around. Salem was able to head it out and knock it away. And now they take it deep. Bodies go down. Niccolo collided with Jackson. They both kind of went down. It was incidental. Nobody was really knocking anybody down, but they called it against Niccolo. Jackson is up. Jackson is one of those 8th graders. They knock it deep. It takes a big hop. Luckily for Garino, he stayed in the net. He didn't come too far out. If he came out a little bit further, would have bounced over his head and gone into the net. That was dead perfect on the net. One big bounce. Garino was able to handle it and kick it upfield. As we get 10 minutes and counting left. And we'll get a substitution for St. Mary's. Kept in play. LeBron knocks it down. And then Salem knocks it out. Freya with the quick throw-in. They knock it deep. And it gets knocked out. They were trying to send Garcia down the near side. Substitutions again for St. Mary's. Popped up toward the net. Betancourt all by himself. Goes up, grabs it, holds on, and he'll kick it away. Now he just throws it upfield. He knocked it deep. Looked like it might have had a break. Leclerc, nice job. He's a defender to the near side. He went all the way over to the far side to break that play up and knock it out. St. Mary's looked like they pushed it far enough that they could walk in. Leclerc broke it up. The throw-in goes out of play. Salem will get to kick it away. And we'll have a substitution first. St. Mary's looking to knock it deep. And here's the defense again. Anna Tube has played well back there with Leclerc. And here's Leclerc knocking it out of the park. Knocked it way up in the seats. It's amazing that the crowd is still here. We're in the final 5 minutes, so the clock is kept now on the field. And Salem Academy is going to make it 2 in a row here at Manning Field over St. Mary's. And St. Mary's, I would venture to say that the parents, the coaches, and the players are happy that the season is over. It's been a tough one for the kids. They knew it was going to be a rebuilding year because they lost a lot of talent from last year. They knew that it was going to be a learning experience for a lot of the young kids. And I have to honestly say that I think they've done a pretty good job, this team. To have 3 wins and 2 ties with what they lost. They had everybody up front, even Garino, the goaltender. He was all the way up. He had to hustle back because they're trying to do something to get on the scoreboard. St. Mary's has to kick it out of play. They kicked it up in the seats. Salem has it where they want it in the St. Mary's end. They have enough goals. Walking right in, still walking in. Still there, and he shot it over the net. That was Pinto. Walked along from the far side, through the end zone, right along the end line, cut it out in front, little shake and bake move, lined the shot up, and then drilled it high over the net and out of play. He kind of shook his head coming back. How did I do that? He did everything right except put it in the net. He tried to throw the pass, and he threw it off the back. Might have been Toronzo. He was looking to go downfield, and they were looking to hit him with the pass, and before he turned around, it hit him in the middle of the back. St. Mary's knocks it away. They tip it to the near side, trying to track it down. And getting there first is Anna Tube, knocking it away. Salem content to just knock it upfield. Maroney with it. Taking it to the middle. Finally broken up. He gets it back. And he gets hit by the tube and knocked down. That would have been a good block in football. Salem just knocks it away. Maroney with it. Drives it the other way. Off Salem. So in that first half, Hanger had that rocket of a shot that Garino went down right about ankle high, got a piece of it, deflected it way over the far side out of play, and that was really the only scoring opportunity for either team in the first half. In the second half, a pass out in front got deflected over to the left side. Hanger was all by himself and just knocked it into virtually an open net, and that was really all Salem Academy needed They were awarded a penalty kick shortly after that. Michael Santana knocked home the penalty kick, made it 2-0, and that was the difference as Salem Academy makes it 2 in a row over St. Mary's here at Manning Field. They'll wind up 14-3-3, getting ready for their charter tournament. St. Mary's will end up 3-15-2. And again, the seniors, Matt Gallego, Matt Spencer, Calvin Hoon, Louis Chajon, those 4 seniors that were here tonight, we wish them the best of luck. They performed well for their school, their city, their parents themselves. They showed great pride in themselves, and they worked as hard as they could to try and make it work. But when you have to use 7th and 8th graders against seniors and juniors, it's not going to be very productive. So the only thing this season did for St. Mary's, it gave a lot of experience to those young kids to get ready for the next years they will spend at St. Mary's. So Salem Academy wins it by a score of 2-0 to sweep the series. Again, congratulations to the 4 seniors here tonight from St. Mary's. We wish them the best, and congratulations to the senior girls who honored just before this game started with the boys as well. So senior night was half and half. St. Mary's girls won easily. St. Mary's boys get defeated for the second straight time. So 2-0 Salem Academy over St. Mary's. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.